is valuation? In a nutshell, business valuation is very similar to real estate valuation. For instance, when we refer to enterprise value, we're referring to the value of a home. And when we say equity value, what does that mean? That is the value of the home less the outstanding mortgage debt. And so when we look at these and we combine kind of the standard practices as it relates to real estate valuation, we can use those examples and apply them to business valuation with very similar approaches, fundamentals, so on and so forth. Talking specifically about some of the valuation concepts, there are three general different methods to value a business. There is an income approach, a market approach, and an asset approach. The income approach is very similar to the purchase of a home, renting it out, and the value of the home based on the income that you're receiving. The market approach is how much the home is selling for on a dollar per square foot basis. Then we have the asset approach. And the asset approach is equivalent to what would it cost us to physically purchase the plot of land, set up the house, and then put in all the fixtures, so on and so forth. Today, we're primarily going to be discussing intrinsic valuation, specifically with the discounted cash flow, and relative valuation, AKA the market approach, where we look externally at similar publicly traded companies and transactions. So looking specifically at the input for intrinsic valuation on the income approach versus the market approach and relative valuation. We get a lot of questions, which one is better? And the answer is they're both important. And this is the best way to think about this is with a three-legged stool. You're going to have a triangulation of value amongst all the different methods and approaches. And if one leg of the stool is throwing off a different value that is vastly different than the others, you're not going to be able to sit down on that three-legged stool. So we use these methods to really back into one another and really support one another to make sure that we are internally consistent with the valuation practices from start to finish.